Hey guys, Zach Melton here with Dynamic Disc. I wanted to do an in the bag during the coronavirus pandemic and show what I've been throwing. I'm not carrying my normal bag. I usually carry the Ranger H2O, but I've been carrying the Dynamic Disc Cadet bag. It's smaller, it's lightweight, and during the virus I have not been putting when I've gone to the course. I've been playing less, but when I go, I'm only throwing the course, so I wanted to carry fewer discs and a lighter bag, so this is what I've been using, and I'm going to show you what I've been throwing. I'm going to start with putters, but not putting putters, only throwing putters. And with no putting, it's been a lot of throwing, and it's basically I'm approaching it as practice, so yes, I'm carrying a lot of putters. These are all judges. The judge is my main putting putter, but it's also my main throwing putter. The first two I have are baseline judges. This one is prime and this one is classic. The baseline putters beat in quicker. They fly really straight brand new, and then they get a little bit of understability to them, but not a lot. The judge has a very dependable flight, basically all different types of straight, so that's why I carry a couple in the baseline classic. And they go in. Next up, I want to go to, I have three Fusions, but these two in particular. This first Fusion judge was given to me by Eric McCabe when I first joined Dynamic Disc. It's an old, don't judge me, it has his name on the back. Like, this is an old judge, probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old, but it still flies super straight. Great flyer. And this blue Fusion one is a newer run, but dead straight. I actually aced with this on Earth Day a couple days ago. Suck it, Max. Oh, sorry. But love the Judge and Fusion plastic. It doesn't beat in quite as quick as the baseline plastic. And this Fusion and this Chameleon judge both have a little bit more overstability to them. They're not as beat in, and I can throw them hard and have like a little bit of fade at the end, where the other judges hold really straight. So that's why I carry these. Up next is the harp. I carry two of them, and this one has been in the bag for 3 years now. This blue one with the little Santa stamp, it is new in the last year. I think I was throwing the slammer before I tried the harp, and the slammer worked good, but the harp just comes out a lot cleaner. I use it for forehands off the tee on shorter tee shots, and it's like my main upshot approach disc for forehands. I throw it in the BT hard plastic. It's firm, but it also has like a nice grip to it, so really love the harp. Next up are my mid-ranges. I only carry one mold. At least right now anyways, but it's not really any different. I throw the EMAC Truth by Dynamic Disc. These are all EMAC. The first two I want to talk about are Lucid MyDye. I love the MyDye, I love the cool, you know, the tie-dye look. I like discs that make my card mates have to look for them in the woods, you know, that are invisible. But this EMAC right here is the first one I ever got when I joined the team in 2017. And it's still not that flippy. It's got a little understability when thrown hard, but it's just super straight. And this one is new. I think I picked it up at the end of last year, and it's got some nice overstability to it, but still straight. This guy right here is the domiest EMAC Truth you will ever find. Got a nice pop to it. It's a new Lucid X, Eric McCabe signature run, and it is very overstable. To me, I mean, it basically flies like a verdict, so I don't really have a need for an overstable mid because this is it. And last but not least is another Lucid X, ghost stamped. I believe Eric dropped these at the Glass Blown Open a year ago or 2 years ago, and I feel really bad. A guy messaged me online, sent me a picture of it, said, "Hey, I'm never going to throw this. Would you throw it if I send it to you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll try it." And I cannot remember his name, but thank you, because this is actually super flat compared to the other blue run, and it feels great for forehands. And I actually use this EMAC forehand. It flies different than any disc, any mid I've ever had forehand. it's kind of like a great in between from the Heart and the Felon, and those discs it's kind of bridges a gap in between those. I can throw it any type of angle, and it's really straight. So check those out. Let's see. All right, let's go to some fairways. First fairway in the bag is the Felon. I carry 4 of them. The first one is a Fuzion plastic. It's the oldest dynamic disc in my bag. It was given to me by Jason Grubb, and I had this skull die put on it. And this disc started overstable 3.5 years ago, and now it's gotten to the point where it's just super straight and thrown hard, almost can hold like some turnover shots. The next one is the first prototype I got, first Proto Felon. Was very overstable new, and now it has gotten beat into where it's just really straight. I can work it on some turn, it'll still come out of it, but thrown flat still has a little bit of fade, but pretty straight for a Felon. And the last 2, man, I really hate to give this guy a shout out, but the Eric Oakley Lucid X Felon, I still think without his name on it, they would fly really good, but they put his name on them, so guess I have to give him a shout out. But these are very overstable, very flat, very trustworthy in the wind, go-to forehand disc in the wind. I'm going to go from one tour series to a better tour series and show you guys the Lucid X Maverick. It's got this really cool signature on it. Yeah, I can't read it, but it's mine. This is the first run from the 2019 Lucid X Mavericks. This aqua teal, nice and flat. And this misprint I found at the warehouse. It's the exact same run, same color. And these discs are amazing. They're super, super straight right out of the box. They're good for people with lower arm speed, with lots of arm speed. Everybody can use them. That's why I chose the Maverick. That's why I love this disc. So do yourself a favor, go grab one. And the last fairway I'm carrying is the Dynamic Disc Sergeant. The Sergeant is our newest disc in the DD lineup. And I actually wasn't sold on it when I first threw it. I didn't really love the disc that much, but the more I've thrown it, the more I've gotten to like it, and I think it's going to make my bag for 2020 and on. The Sergeant is speed 11, so it covers some really good distance. It's really fast, but it gives you that fairway control. And I've actually found myself throwing these at the course instead of throwing distance drivers, which tend to have a little more fade on the end, so you kind of have to play with them a little bit more. So if you haven't tried a Sergeant, go check one out. They're a really good disc. Haven't missed a putt yet. And the last disc in my bag is the Dynamic Disc Raider. So these first 2 right here are BioFusion. And I didn't think I was going to throw this disc in BioFusion plastic, but these have a nice dome to them. And so they start out with a little bit of beef, brand new. This one has been in my bag for several months, I think going back into last year, and so it's turned into a hyzer flip and almost turnover shot. The new ZM one, it's pretty fresh and it still has some overstability to it, so really loving the Raider for backhand inside on both. This disc just goes far. And the last one, I have to give a shout out to my teammate Andrew Miranda. Hope he sees this, he's gonna freak out, but this is a Moonshine Raider with his stamp on it. He sent this to me less than a week ago, and I took it out to the course. And if anybody here has played, anybody watching has played Winged Deer Park, hole 8 in the long, or hole 7, it's like 450 to reach it back over the trees, and first throw parked that hole with this disc, which really impressed me. So I think this disc is gonna make the bag, really enjoying it. If you haven't thrown a Raider, check one out. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Dynamic Disc, Tri-Fly Disc Golf, Whale Sacks, and also Throwmore Disc Golf, which is where I'm at filming this for me. This is what's in my bag right now for COVID-19, so everybody stay safe and keep throwing.